And we're live. We are live. Good morning. Good morning. We here. Start seeing when people come in. Oh, send out your text somewhere if you can hear me. There you go. Look at that. Good morning, Sharon. Good morning, everybody. We're back. I'm back. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome. Good morning, Ray. Good morning, Lisa Marie. How was y'all's Christmas? How was the food? How was the family? Oh, I'm not going to joke. I just woke up. What's for breakfast, y'all? What's for breakfast? Good morning, Tangy. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Oh, gosh.
I was just sitting back listening.
You came from nowhere. You scared me.
I was here the whole time. Good morning, y'all. Welcome to another episode of Ssip
Ssip
and
and
Chat.
Chat. Good morning, Miss Internet.
Hey, Miss Antoinette. Hey, Tangy Love. What's up, Sharon? How y'all feeling? Oh, here is a bomb dropper.
Uh-oh.
Good morning, Robin.
Good morning. Thank you,
How y'all
Paige.
feeling today?
I feel like it's just a yucky Monday. I don't know why,
Baby, I'm
but
just
it's a
getting up too.
Tuesday.
I'm barely woke. I'm barely woke. Last night was a late night. Thank you so much, Tangi. As you guys come in, please hit that share button. If you are not yet, please go follow Steph's Corner on Facebook. Appreciate you so much.
Sharon, you're in Georgia too? I'm in Georgia, and it's been a yucky 2 days.
Yeah.
And Rusty is whining because he hears me talking. Y'all just ignore him. He is perfectly fine. It's every day, every morning day.
Can it be New Year's already?
Yeah.
Not this morning, Bella. This is Ssip and Chat,
This is
beloved.
Ssip and Chat, Bella.
This is Ssip and Chat, beloved.
Look, Sharon's in Covington. That's where the Vampire Diaries stuff is.
Oh my gosh, Sharon, I have to come. Come put me a cot on your floor so I could come see the vampires. We will discuss it, but it won't be on Sip and Chat. We will do that later today. Maybe I'll do it earlier than typically. I typically do it. It'll depend. We'll see. Hey, Miss Christina. How? Every time I see her now, I think of them 5 trees. She says she got. I'm enjoying my 2 week break, so I don't have to sneak to watch Sip and Chat. I know that's right, Miss Antoinette. She said I can watch y'all free. She said I ain't hiding in that bathroom this morning. Period. Good morning, Jenny. How are you? Period,
Period.
V. I might do it a little bit early. I don't know. Are people back to work today or is people home? I know Miss Antoinette is on vacation, but do people normally have off the day after or no?
Uh, I mean, typically, uh, I would think so. Like my husband is off today, but he's also government, so I don't
Um,
know. Hey, Nay. Good morning, Nay.
what type of job you got? Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Where you see me at?
Nay.
I don't see no name.
She popped up on
V
my
says
on
she
my
worked.
stream.
I don't see you yet. Steph, you close to Covington?
Sorry,
V
I'm
said
over
I
here
work.
sharing myself.
Christina said I closed today, so we are all off to period. Look at you, good business owner. Period, Miss Christina. She said y'all go ahead and go spend time with y'all families. I'm gonna be home.
Yeah.
Good morning, April. Oh, there she go. Hey, neighbor. I'm at the beach and needed some tea early this AM. Now, Bella, not you trying to get the tea on an early tip.
Tag your folks, nay.
I'm on my way back to work right now. What do we have a topic this morning?
Yeah, actually I did, but as we got on here, I wasn't sure if we just wanted to talk about what everybody did over the weekend, or if we wanted actual like an actual topic to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, because
This,
that's only gonna take us but so far.
I
Doing
know.
good. How are y'all doing? Yes, Tuesday is their holiday. Leaving for North Carolina in the morning. Oh, what? Well, you don't have to say on here. People creepy. But I have family in North Carolina. My man is at work, but he works for a dealership.
Oh my gosh.
Not the back. What was that? What happened, Steph? What did you do? Good morning, smile through the tears. Did you unboard yourself yesterday? Hmm. Good morning, Latrice. How you doing? Go to New Bern on the coast. I'm sad I don't have a add highlight button. I cannot use my add highlight button. It's just gone. I just tried to use it on my live stream and it would not let me use it. What y'all plans for ringing in the new year? I don't celebrate the new year, so I'll probably be at home with my daughter, just kicking back, not doing too much. I freaking wish my city don't sleep. I can't kick y'all off because I don't know what the topic was. As soon as Steph comes back, she'll fill us in. Thank you guys for your patience. Appreciate you. Hey Joseph, how
Technical
you doing?
difficulties. Please hold.
Technical. Okay. All righty, there you have it. She said, please hold, please hold. What up, real? What's popping? Shit alive, shit alive. What's up, Joe? How you doing? Relaxing all day for me on NY. Also going to enjoy the PTO. I know that's right. I got a warning on my main page said that my page at risk for restriction. For what? What you do? Share too much? Nothing really going to Jersey Union City to visit my mother-in-law. You that close, April? You on this end of the East Coast? Cause I know where Union City is. What's up, Niecy baby? Nothing much, bro. How are you? How was your weekend? Buenos dias. ¿Cómo estás? Oh my gosh, nay. I was on YouTube, but came over here. Most of the people are on Facebook, Joe. You probably felt real lonely over there, huh? I'm in Lancaster. Oh, you were. Oh, I remember that. We was talking about the smorgasbord. I remember. I remember. Um, bien y tú, bien, gracias, bien, gracias. Your topic was to be how long do you stay in a bad relationship? Oh yeah. Well, that wasn't necessarily going to be today, but it was a topic for discussion for Sip and Chat. Um, Steph already had one in mind. She having technical difficulties, and I forget what she told me, so I'm just waiting for her to get back. I do not drink coffee. Y'all drink that nasty stuff. I don't drink coffee. Weekend was lovely. I got plenty leftovers, and I'm off work till Tuesday. What did you connect, Steph? Because you didn't have that feedback at first.
My AirPods will not stay connected,
Mm.
and something ain't working. But today's topic for me, what I wanted to pick was what's the difference between support and enabling? You know,
Is it an
what's
echo?
what is exactly supporting someone and what is enabling someone. I'm having issues.
You're gonna have to go on mute when you're done talking. Don't be boring. Summer coffee is good for you. I mean, whatever floats your boat. If you like coffee, drink coffee. My husband drinks coffee. I'm not a coffee drinker. I'm not a coffee drinker. Mm-mm. Enabling. Hey Joe, how are you? I bought some new organic dark roast coffee, and man, I don't know why I mess with my usual daily stuff. Well, go ahead, Steph. Go ahead and give us a little, basis for the conversation. I'm gonna go on mute, and then I'll jump in once you're done. Hey, India.
I'm over here trying so hard to get these AirPods to connect. So the reason I kind of chose this subject is because it's been a topic in my home forever. My mom is the ultimate enabler. I hate to call her, put her out on the spot like that, but she is. My mom is very much an enabler. I had two sisters who were addicts, so it was I she enabled. My parents were big time enablers, but my dad was the main one. Mom is a major enabler. And by the way, coffee is nasty. I don't drink it either. What's the difference between or what's, when is it support and when is it enabling? This is driving me crazy. These daggum. Hey, Tori. You'll go follow Latoria's world. No, coffee is gross. I can't stand the smell of it either. Yes, I can't. That's how I know my mom's awake every morning. I smell her nasty coffee going. So, what do y'all think? Um, how far do you go to support someone before it becomes enabling? What makes me say my mom's an enabler? So my sister had, their struggles, and instead of, you know, and I don't have kids, so I can't really, I could say all these things, but she's doing, they're doing this. Why do you keep doing that? Why, they're buying this. Why do you keep giving them money? Why do you take them here? They're doing this. It just, mom, it was a denial and an enabling thing. So,
So was the question how? Mm-mm.
oh, God dang it.
Steph, I don't know what you're finna do, but it's not gonna work. I don't mind staying to the backside and let you do your thing. Falling back and let you hold the conversation. I absolutely will. Um.
I'm trying.
So was the question what is considered enabling or how far? I missed it, I think. Can you repeat the question one more time?
So, how far is it? I mean, how long do you call it support before you realize you're actually enabling this person? Like, okay, I pay your rent. I pay. You don't do anything in the house, and you're 28 years old. You know what I'm saying? It could be in all forms. You got a 28-year-old kid living with you because you don't make them do nothing. You know.
That's a hard answer. That's a hard answer to give because it's not a one size fit all answer. Because I guess that will be that's kind of like just coming to the realization that what you're doing is not is helping them. So I don't even know how to answer that. For me, I I don't even know how to, Steph. I don't even know how to answer that. When does it become?
Hold on one second. If I leave and come back, it won't kill the stream, right?
No, just
No,
don't
just
hit
don't
the
hit
end
the end
button.
button. Okay. Yeah. This is driving me nuts.
Sorry, y'all. We having some technical difficulties on Steph's end. My girls know that I will help them as long as they help themselves first. Thank God I have two very financially independent children. That's beautiful, Susie, to have that. Enabling is when you continue to contribute to whatever their issues are. Hey, Laura. So how do you not contribute to whatever their issues are? If they're like if contributing is basic life essentials, like they fund like financially, maybe they falling short somewhere to keep up their household or basic food necessity. I don't know. Like so let's see.
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now?
Oh, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yay.
And I don't know how to I don't know. I don't feel like I'm an enabler. Before I think I was at one point, but it was hard to kind of wrap my head around letting go of certain things. When you're a parent, you kind of like you don't want to see your children fall. You don't want to see them go down the wrong path and things like that. So it's kind of like a instinct almost to jump in to try to stir them a different way, even as they become adults. So, but I quickly get off that bandwagon. So, mm,
Right. So that's the thing. But if they just have no ambition, and they're not out doing anything, or in my situation, I knew that what was going on inside the house. I witnessed it, I saw it, and I'm thinking, why do my parents continue to allow these to happen? Why is there a man in my bedroom with my sister? You know, why are they taking over my bedroom to keep them, to make sure my sister is, it's just all enabling.
well, then
Um,
I feel like you ain't finished that sentence to make sure she what? To make
to
sure
make
she
sure
what?
she's safe.
Oh, okay, so there go your answer. Look at that. As far as for
But it's still
with your
enabling,
personal situation,
you're still giving them money, you're still giving her, and they're still sitting,
yeah.
you know
But
what I'm saying? But they're
yeah,
still doing the
I
bad
know what you're
things.
saying, but you was asking why.
Right,
And if you finish that sentence, you would answer your own question, was
right,
my
but
point.
right, to
As
make sure she's safe. But at the same time, I'm 14 years old and still in high school, and I'm having to sleep on the floor in the living room. You know what
hmm
I'm saying? Because my room has been taken over by this diseased couple.
hmm
This addicted couple, and even though she's my sister, at a point in my life I'd be like, get them out of here, but then again, I'm not a parent, so I can say every all day long what I would do, but I'm not a parent at all.
Yeah, a lot of times if a parent is feeling like they are protecting their child, their safety, they will prioritize. A lot of people will, in general, will prioritize someone's safety, let alone like their child. So that's why I asked you to finish the sentence because, it would give you the answer to your why.
Right,
Um,
I know, I understand
as
why.
far as enabling goes, though, like I said, it's different for everyone. A person the person has to choose when enough is enough, and there's really no black and white answer for that. It's going to be different for everyone.
Yeah, like how many times do, like, my sister, you know oh, you know what, I won't even use my sister as an example. I have a cousin who stays in jail, constantly in and out of jail. Their parents can't even retire at 60 something years old because they spend all their money on legal fees. I'm just like, how
Yeah, I'm
many
not
times do
going.
you bail them
I'm not.
out?
That's is those are hard. Those are answers that nobody can
I
give
know,
because
I
it's
just, I
personal.
know.
Like for me, I'm not finna go through it. I'm not. I'm just. I have. I feel like almost mastered the ability to fall back and just let you be, let you figure it out. And especially if you didn't come to me and ask me for my help, I, you know, figure it out. You grown. Whatever you want to do, you want to do. Just understand that the choices that you make come with consequences, um, and be ready to kind of to deal with those things. But we can't. We want to, as parents. I know you speak from a place, you say, because you keep saying I don't have children, but from a place of a parent, like I said, sometimes you still look at this person, although they grown, they could be, you know, um I mean, they're grown and out of your household. You still want to kind of coddle or save. You want to protect them from the world. So when you see them about to crash and burn, your natural instinct as a mother, for most of us, will be to try to run to rescue, run to prevent, run to keep safe. And if it's something that we can't necessarily stop them from doing, like something concerning addiction, you can't get them to stop. You might want to create an atmosphere where you can watch over them while they do it. Like, you have some parents that um, are not ready for their children to um, engage sexually, right? But some parents feel like they can't stop it, so they will actually invite those children, and they allow their children to invite the people who they are going to engage with in their home, allow them in their bedrooms. And I'm not one of them parents, but some people feel like that's how they could kind of keep control and watch over and prevent things. When all the while, normally those things are not prevented at all. It's more so welcomed. But
Yeah.
it just is not one of those things that any one particular person can answer, because it would be different for everybody. Every parent is not going to handle certain situations the same way. Some parents are cutthroat, like, oh no, I'm not for none of that. And some parents will go to the end of the earth trying to prevent their child from crashing and burning, meaning being physically interactive with trying to do so. So it's kind of like, if anybody in the comment section has any examples that they will be willing to share, maybe something you went through with your child, or maybe you're currently going through it with your child, and you want to kind of share where you're at with it, or how did you come to a point where you said enough was enough and you backed off and stopped enabling. If y'all want to share those stories, you feel free to either put it in the comment section or come up onto the panel.
I'm trying to go up through the comments. I didn't mean to click on stuff.
Hmm.
I'm trying to scroll up, y'all. Laura said, my family that I tried helping unfortunately have passed. Their addiction took over. Mine too. I'm so sorry.
Hey, Carmela, good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Sorry. Good morning, Nate. Let's talk about it. Uh, Joe says, being an
I missed
enabler.
that.
Oh, what?
Was you reading this comment by Laura that's highlighted?
No?
No?
Where?
What you was reading then?
Where?
It said, you might be above me. It says, I try my hardest to help, but you can't lead them to get help if they not willing. So by continuing to give money, provide a roof, food, they still doing the same thing. That's enabling.
That's how I feel. Sorry, I didn't even see that.
Hmm.
Tough
That's
love is
true.
one of the hardest heartbreaks to endure.
Yes, especially with your child, giving them
And
tough
see,
love.
I say that, but I was 10 years old when my nephew was born, and when I tell you, I feel more of a motherly, sisterly type with that boy. So I get on him and I tell him, I ain't giving you nothing. I ain't doing this because I know what you're doing.
Hmm.
Uh oh. Good morning.
Hold on. He said, good morning. She heard you.
Where we at? Where am I at? Crud. Okay. They will never change if you continue to give. Unfortunately, that happens. That's usually the end result, Jennifer. Uh, Joe said, being an enabler is when someone contributes or continues to contribute to destructive behavior or to not allow emotional growth. Often it's learned behavior and is often the result of emotional abuse. Yeah, that sounded like a Dr. Phil quote. No, I'm sorry. I watch a lot of Dr. Phil. Good morning. Laura says, I had 5 family members with addiction who passed. Enabling is the worst to do for them. If they're not willing, then it's hard watching them fall deeper. Yeah, you know that. We would keep saying, what will be my sister's rock bottom? What's going to be her rock bottom? And it would never come. It was just crazy. Um, there's okay, Miss Antoinette. Oh no, come back. Why did it scroll? Okay. In my
Where did
opinion,
you
first of all, huh?
go ahead? Go
In
ahead.
my opinion, first of all, we're not given a book on how to be a parent, and we also don't know how the parents were raised. Maybe they were raised with enabling parents. Possibly, possibly. I really
What?
don't. I didn't have a good. I didn't. I don't really know my grandparents. So what happened?
Bro, what are you talking about, Rel?
I'm just kind of like reading and overdoing his because he's crazy. I
Bella said I
can't.
had to cut my best friend of 20 years because I wouldn't enable her excuses of why she should stay with an abusive spouse. Oh, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. Hey, Ashley Boo.
Good
Sorry, I
morning.
seen your name earlier and I meant to say it, but it was like in my head. You know how you say something to yourself, but it never comes out loud. That's a tough one. Someone going through abuse in a relationship. Um, I don't think I
Right.
know anyone. I don't think I've ever had a friend that I knew personally that was going through abuse. But I can see that being a hard decision for some. Maybe not for all, but like, because I think I would feel like, dang, I'm leaving her. Like, and what if I leave her and she no longer has me as a person to come through in these moments? And I kind of leave her and something terrible happens to her or something or
Mm.
him. But I ain't never been in that situation.
You must. Your comments must not have scrolled because mine did. I don't see that.
I scrolled up just now to go see. Sometimes it will reset and you'll be able to scroll back up.
That's crazy.
Um, did you read Jules? Being an
Yes.
enabler. Okay. What's up? Let's talk about it. You read Laura, I had five in my family.
Yes.
Oh snap, in my opinion.
Yep. Read that.
And even not even the parents. Enabling your friends or family members. It doesn't
Right.
have to be addiction. It doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be abuse or nothing serious. It could be behavior, like just general behavior. You know, seeing something and not saying something about it. You know what I'm saying? Seeing a pattern maybe about something and not saying nothing about it, especially when it concerns yourself. You know, you should not um that's a form of enabling too and a means of
Mm-hmm.
a person needs to take responsibility for that because people only do to you what you allow or to others, like, and if you don't speak up, that's a part of enabling because you are allowing it. And in that a situation like that, you have to be accountable for what you allowed. Like, yeah, the person shouldn't have did it, it was harmful, hurtful, or harmful to you, but you allowed it too. It's always two sides to a coin usually. It's always two sides to a coin usually. But a lot of times when you talk about enabling, whether it is a parent, a child, um, a friend, co-workers, normally when you allow things, you enable things because you're afraid of losing that thing. It'd be a fear of losing it. So instead of you putting a stop to something or pulling back from something or speaking out about something, you don't because you are in fear that if you do, that you will shatter or dismantle or sever a tie, and it's not your goal. So some people would just take it. Some people just continue to feed it. Um, or just stay silent, unfortunately. But I always say this: don't never be somewhere where don't never be in a allow yourself to stay in a situation where you are uncomfortable because you are afraid of losing a thing. Sometimes it might take for a person to lose that thing for them to realize their actions, and what does it cost you by continuing to enable that behavior? Like, what is it taking from you? How much energy is it taking from you? Where is it placing you as far as your mood, your feelings? Because it could force you into a depression. It could force you to be negligent of other people in your family, such as with Steph's situation, with how she expressed with her sister. While they protected the one to keep her safe, they kind of neglected Steph in order to provide certain things for the other sister. And sometimes we don't see those things until because we too far zoomed in. You got to kind of zoom out and disconnect and realize, like, oh my God, look how I affected others by the choices I made, trying to save this other person or whatnot. Oh, it could get deep. I'm sitting here just, oh, it could get deep, baby.
I know. I
Let me
know.
go ahead and get my what you call. I need to go to school and get me a license for psychology or something like
Psychology.
that.
I know it.
Because baby,
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
parents, at times the anxiety is so great that we unable to self-soothe. Sadly,
I come a grown.
Well, I don't know what to believe from you. I don't be knowing if you serious about the kids you got or not. Honestly, I really, really don't. He said they was begging too much. I know, and sometimes you gotta cut them grown kids off.
Well, once you get to that point of letting them hit the ground, that is when you know you have had enough.
Hmm It'd be hard for a lot of parents to let their kids hit rock bottom, man. It'd be so hard. We see some of those examples on social media every day. Um, in your personal life, I'm sure you've seen somebody who has a child, and you're just like, why the hell do they keep on helping their child? Why do they keep saving them? And they keep doing the same thing. Ray keep in and out of jail. They putting up their house for collateral, like
Yeah. Yeah.
all kinds of stuff. These are the lengths parents go through. I think a lot of times they feel like they will be perceived as someone that doesn't care about their child or love their child if they don't do certain things. So let me tell y'all this: I don't give a damn. I don't care how you perceive me. Okay, I have a son. He is 19. When he hit a certain age where he was considered legally grown, he was always a good kid coming up. He never got into no trouble and things like that. But once he hit a certain age, he grown now. Sometimes kids start smelling themselves, and so some of the decisions he was making was not in his best interest at all. But guess, and in the beginning, it was like, no, don't. And then I said, clank, clank. That's what you want to do? Go ahead. You grown. Figure it out. Figure it out. And I stood back. It took a while. It was very hard to swallow that parental instinct. But it ain't do nothing. But I swallowed my parental instinct, and everybody else extended hands. So I'm like, nope, mm-mm. Y'all deal with it. Y'all extended that hand. Y'all deal with it. So pray about it and keep it pushing.
Good morning, TMJ.
Well, you probably
Parents are
soft on
so,
your grown kids too.
probably.
She said, I wish I could say more, but I am afraid it would give my identity up. It's okay, Smiles. You don't have to. But this is also a reason, Smiles, perfect example. This is
Mhm.
also the reason why we offer an anonymous
Email.
opportunity. We have an email address. I meant to put it in the banner. Ain't no banner up right now. We have
Well,
an
I'm
email address.
learning.
You can email. You can email. That wasn't about you. That was just generally speaking. You can email sip and chat, two S's, IP, and chat at gmail.com. You can submit an email anonymously to give your insight or perspective, opinion, or even a topic if you don't want yourself to be outed. We created an email just for those people that maybe don't want to be found out who they are. Even if you don't want us to know who you are, Creating an email is free. You could generate a fake email and send that to us and just sign it anonymously. Or, if something is sent to me in private, uh I'm not asking you to trust me, but I don't divulge private info. Just out here just spreading the news. Uh and so. Usually if something is shared that was private, it was because it was either asked of me or already uploaded on their end, and I just put the rest out. But yeah, so that's an option. Not it says you're watching. Look at Miss Wilson outing somebody. Well, my story, boundaries had to be set. Absolutely. It's so hard though, especially dealing with some of the stuff with TMJ, because not only was it that, it was also mental health. So it's like I can't imagine trying to figure out how to set boundaries with somebody dealing with your child that has mental health, because it's like they really don't, it's not necessarily under their control in certain instances, um and things. So it's like, you know I can't imagine, like, what is the boundary, like, how do you set a boundary in there? Oh my gosh, like, that just gave me a headache trying to even formulate the words.
I'm over here thinking, how would you even?
Yeah, like, dang, but you have to set boundaries even in mental health. Like, because I have a question. Just generally, just ain't about TMJ, but just general. So you have a child suffer from mental health, and they might suffer from schizophrenia or multiple personality disorder, and things like that. And this person, maybe you have smaller children, or maybe you have a parent that lives with you that is older and can't defend themselves, or maybe even yourself, because sometimes these disorders come with uh um violent streaks. So it's like, how do you set that boundary? How do you come to, like, listen, I can't put my other children or my other family members or myself in a dangerous situation. So it's like, how do you decide this person can't be in your home, or um restrict them to certain things? It's just like, how? Because it's like, this is my baby, but at the same time, you know oh, I had a family member that suffered from mental health, and if they were off their medication, they would become scary, right? They never actually hurt anyone, but they would do things that would have to keep you on your toes. Like, knives would just be randomly sitting somewhere they shouldn't be, and things like that. And or they had multiple personality disorder, so they would change their voice, legit change their voice, and be speaking, and you would be like, who the, it would scare the crap out of you. Um and I had to set a boundary with that. Oh no, you can't. It's a no. Now, if you came, knocked on my door or something like that, I will make sure you hungry. I slide you a plate. You want something to drink? Slide you something to drink. But they couldn't come in the house. They couldn't. No, because I was not going to place fear in my children's or my child. I never had my child's heart. Um, and make them uncomfortable.
That's
So
scary.
it's scary. Like, it's scary. It's so many different, man. But some people can't let that stuff go because they feel guilty. They would feel guilty, like, if something happened. And I understand that because I had that guilt too. Like, but it's you and me. And it's sad because there's so many restrictions or red tape when it comes to mental health. Like, it's only but so much an individual can do because they themselves have rights. And it sucks because a lot of places, I don't know if it's everywhere, so that's why I'm saying a lot. They won't do anything to help unless they have caused harm to themselves or someone else. And I never understand, why does it have to go that far before help can be got had? Because causing harm to oneself could result in a life loss. You know what I'm saying? So I never understood in the law, why does it have to go that far before something can be done? Like, I don't understand it. Did you read this one? following?
Getting there. With my children, I'm an open book and speak on every topic. We'll speak for hours so they understand the severity. I use examples of addiction that's in my family to teach my children that's not the way to have a life. Y'all, it's rampant in my family, and it's so sad. It, yeah, it's sad. Carmela said, yes, unfortunately, I was an enabler to my sister who had an addiction at the time. I didn't know I was enabling, but now that I look back at it, I see that I was. And now that she has passed, I'm raising her youngest son. I just wish I could go back and have my sister here with me to help and guide me.
Oh, sending love your way, Carmela. Big hugs, love. That was sad.
Yeah, I've lost both of mine now, so I felt that. Belle, Belle said, I kept trying to rescue my child. She called, and I always come running. Boundaries had to be set.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Hey, Jamie Boo.
Good morning,
What's up,
Jamie.
Jeanette? How y'all doing? She said, man, this stuff got me tearing up. I'm dealing with this for the last year. My child is out there. I put my foot down. Grandma keeps enabling. That's all I can say. I wish the entire
I
weight
wish the
wasn't
internet
so
wasn't.
internet
I think
wasn't so messed up and I could say more. Yeah, you gotta kind of protect yourself. I get it because people will use it as like a means to attack you. Shoot, Bella is going through that now, so I definitely understand you setting that boundary. And that's what I meant by like, other people extending their hand though, smile, because you cut certain things off and won't enable it, but then you have 50 other people that will extend a hand. So it's kind of hard for parents to parent or people to stop things because if you're not going to do it, somebody else will be willing to. And a lot of times it be those grandmoms. Ooh, child, would be those grandmoms. I was talking to my mom the other day. I said, I don't want to hear it. I said, I don't want to hear it. This is what you chose to do. This is what you chose to enable, so now you gotta lay in that bed. Don't call me to fix it because I'm not. I don't want to hear it. Nope, I don't want to hear it. Oh well, da 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 da
what was
da. I
that
said
noise?
don't get an attitude with me. I don't know. I hear a noise.
I heard a doorbell.
Hmm.
Somebody in the back.
Oh, you heard the back doorbell.
Holy, that's the first time I ever heard it.
I ain't hear it. What up, TMJ?
Grand Rising,
Good
guys.
morning.
I jumped in here. I was like, oh, Summer's live. Let me see what she's talking about. I like these ones. I
Hmm.
like the morning ones.
Yeah, a lot of people do. I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah. I'm not gonna make it about me because but um, I had to like learn a lot with parenthood with all of my kids, but obviously the one that's a hot topic. I think the thing that kind of gets overlooked is the mental health part of it. And I put in the comments a specific situation that we went through, and I don't really want to say it because I don't want to get your page hit up. But about 6 months before, she went missing, she ended up like calling me, and I spoke with her on the phone, and she was just doing a lot of wild stuff. And I thought we were fine. I really did. I was like, oh, okay, she's okay today. And then next thing you know, my auntie calls me and she's hysterical. She's losing it. And my mom and my dad, they're in the background, losing it. And I'm like, okay, this is like right before my dad passed away. And she had a bad trip, I'm imagining. I still don't know to this day. But she had, her wrist, it was both of them. And, these are elderly people that had to witness that. And there was, a few times where she was hospitalized, prior to the public situation that everybody has been talking about so loosely. It's not necessarily that I take offense to this being a highlighted situation. It's like we have to really talk about the areas of concern that people overlook, like addiction and mental health don't go hand in hand together. And a lot of people, when they're struggling from addiction and their mental health starts to be impacted, nobody talks about the residual of other family members that have to witness that or be a part of it. And there's so many things that I've never even discussed publicly where I'm hopeful that it will help somebody understand before we start to pass judgment on all types of people. Doesn't matter the age or um, ethnic group or anything like that. It's like mental health is a real thing. And yesterday was Christmas, but I ain't gonna hold y'all. Like I cried pretty much all day yesterday, just because partially that, it's a lot of things. There's a lot of moving parts that kind of go behind being a parent, being a family member, um, and even still understanding that I'm not the only person on the planet that's dealing with this. So hopefully, if anybody picks up anything from what I've been dealing with, hopefully you guys will get a better understanding that none of it is easy. Just because we don't see all of us going through it publicly and going through the motions, it doesn't mean that we don't have a moment where we're just like broken to a million pieces. Because no matter what I said from the moment she turned 18, no matter what I did, no matter how many times I went and rescued her, um, it still just wasn't enough, you know. So yeah, thank you for having this panel this morning. I'm gonna drop down and kick it in the comments.
All right, you're welcome.
Thank,
Thanks for sharing.
thank you for sharing.
Mhm.
Yeah. You know what? As I sit and listen and read the comments, I know, and just hearing TMJ say that, so you just made me sit and like really think. And that's the thing I like about Sip and Chat, because now I'm going to sit here and think about, you know, even though when I was a kid and I know what I went through mentally and emotionally dealing with what was going on in my house. I can't even imagine what my parents were seeing, what they had on top of it, because they had everything else in the world to worry about too.
Yep, most parents carry the weight of the world on their shoulders, man.
Dang, TMJ, you just hit me right in the guts with that one.
Look at that. I love stuff that make folks think, dig a little deeper.
Mm,
Miss Antoinette said, I went through that in my first marriage. I never thought I would deal with the drug abuse, the emotional abuse, but I did for 16 years. And I live with regret today for that. Oh no, I hope that you are able to let that regret go, Miss Antoinette. That regret will do nothing but eat you up. You cannot do a thing about what happened in your past, but you can control what happens in your future. Every single day, you make the choice of what type of day you're going to have. You make the choice of what you are going to hold on to. It's your choice. And whether you hold on to those things or you let them go. And it is okay to let them go. It's okay to forgive yourself. And it's okay to move forward. And I want that for you, Miss Antoinette. Truly, I do. Because especially the person who I've learned from you, you seem like an awesome and a beautiful person. So I
yes.
definitely you don't need to carry that around. And I hope one day you're able to let that go.
Yeah, with just your personality and talking to you and stuff, yeah, you need to keep that. Let that same person stay. You don't want that to dwindle away. Be like
Hmm.
you, Miss Antoinette. You're a little firecracker.
Jennifer said, I wanted to start a page for parents that have children or family with addiction to try and help them, but the internet is just way too much because I have been through myself. I want to say this to y'all. I want to say this to y'all. I think a lot of times we get caught up in the hustle and bustle and the drama of this area, this corner of Facebook. But I want y'all to understand whatever page you create, it doesn't have to be anything like this environment. This the way that these panels and stuff go on this side is because it's a product of their environment. So the way that you start your page, the audience you cater to will be very important, and what you engage and respond to will um set the basis for your platform. This whole this drama filled, over the top filled, nasty behavior that we see over on this side of Facebook is because it's cultivated, it is fed. So I would implore you, Jennifer, if that's something that you want to start, I think that would be great. A lot of people probably would benefit from that. And it's probably people you can connect with that are already doing something, if it's not just alike, but very similar to help you generate and to get going. Please don't never not do something that could be beneficial not only to yourself but to others because of what someone else is doing. because what you want to do could be exactly what this place needs, Jennifer. So I hope one day you do decide to click that create button, and get the ball rolling for yourself. Because as you can see, when we do sip and chat, majority of the time, unless I engage, unless I bring it, it's not drama filled. It's normally insightful. It's normally educational. It's normally relatable, a cool, calm, and collective atmosphere for us to engage about real life stuff. So let this be an example, for you, or an encouragement for you to start something positive. All right, I'm gonna get off my soapbox. Um, FYI, when speaking about DV, that is not an enabler. That is mental abuse.
Right. Right. When it comes to that, but
Oh, Miss Antoinette, what's up,
listen,
Chismay?
y'all be y'all be surprised at the stories some people can tell.
Parenting is so damn hard. Say that again, Bella. It's hard. And people judge you for your parenting style. You can't tell me how to parent. You don't even know what I'm going through. You don't know what made me come to this decision or anything. You don't know what decisions I've made prior to you seeing this decision you saw today. I could have been dealing what I'm dealing with for the last 15 years, but here you go. Here
Hmm.
you go, popping up in my life 15 years later, all up in my business, and you don't know the long road. You just see the Bible. What is that called? You just see the floaty part. You don't see that long chain that is hanging that built up to this. You ain't see the build of this.
Yep. Yeah.
Yes. Summer said, I don't give a damn. Beep. And I don't.
Mhm.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Sometimes parents are the biggest enablers, and they've been doing that with their kids from the jump. That's why they turn out the way they do.
Mm. Don't do that. Don't put that on the parents. Ooh,
Yeah,
that's a heavy load, a
it
heavy
is. That
weight
is heavy.
on
Yeah.
parents. But sometimes it's definitely a big contributing factor.
Tough love is the best love. I see that. I kind of feel that. Brad, that's how I feel Summer's room with my children. I've learned everyone has to deal with whatever on their own, unfortunately.
Hmm.
They know they can call mom and dad and they will bail them out instead of forcing them to be held accountable and deal with the consequences of their actions.
Hmm.
Oh, you keep
Don't
going back and forth to jail. You're both sitting there. I'm sorry. I ain't bailing you out. That's
don't call
absolutely
me.
not.
Don't call me.
Nope.
Don't call me. Mm-mm. I may or may not
Bella,
come visit you.
Belle said, the moment my mom said, you think I agreed with everything you did, was the moment it hit me. Dang.
Mm. Ain't that crazy how it come back around? The things your parents try to teach, they be like, I told you. Look at you.
Hmm.
Look at you. Don't throw it in my face.
Now I go hard on my kids because I want them to have a life I never did.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how it should be. Your parents should. I believe a parent should try to strive to be the parent that they didn't have, and do differently in their kid's life and make it better. That's just I do feel that.
Mm-hmm. The hardest part is when you're being judged by others and your parent. Oh, didn't we just say that? Look, I done spoke ahead of time. She said others in your parenting when you already feel shame and you know you should be doing something different, and people continually putting you down as a parent. Like, mind your business. Like, you don't know. You don't know. You don't know, man. And it'd be crazy because a lot of times, even with me saying they don't know, sometimes you get a little insight of their life and what they got going on, and they be doing the same thing they on you for because they can't do better, so they push that on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, how ain't you the pot calling the kettle black? Won't you apply some of that to your own life? You know what I'm saying? People think they stuff don't stink, and it do. It do. It do. Oh, Jamie, thank you for that. For a bit, I forgot who I was with. For a bit, I forgot who I was with my youngest, and then regrouped, and she can't figure out who to like him. Oh no! Smile through the tears. Are you
I'm,
okay?
oh gosh,
Oh no!
I'm sure you're fine. Just take some breaths. Inhale, you know,
That was
affirmation
old.
breath.
I don't know how long ago she wrote that.
Yeah, you're way behind on comments.
Cause look, she said you dropping the link or nah. She already been up here. Nisi said I set boundaries and teach my kids the normal rights from wrong to society due to the fact that although they are spectrum worthy, the consequences don't change for them due to their unique abilities.
Yep.
I kind of like that, but at the same time, I don't know if I like that, Nisi. I don't know. I don't know if I like that. You know, because well, I always say leave the kids alone. It'd be crazy because I get on my own kid, but if when I hear other people, I'd be like, "Now you're doing too much." Like, all right now. And then they, they got unique abilities, and I think that should be taken into consideration. I'm sorry, little Niecy babies, come tell me what she did to y'all. Come tell on her. Come tell on your mom. I got y'all. Right. And you know what's crazy, Miss Antoinette? That's the message that Belle was trying to give to somebody, but it went over their head because of how she said it. But I got it. I got it. I think it comes from working with the adults and seeing how much they went take in time to teach them these things. Dang, let me try to catch up, y'all. I'm about to skip over some comments to catch up.
Yeah,
We
me
love
too.
you too. We love you too, Zaddy. What?
Oh
What?
no.
What is going on? What did I scroll
Oh
into?
God. Nay, what are you doing?
Miss Latrice, would you like to come up to give some input on because I know you might have some insight on this whole parenting thing. She said, yes, I'm a parent of 8. I can't believe you're a parent of 8, Latrice. You don't even look old enough. And a on-site glam mom. You a grandma
Oh my
that
goodness.
that helped raise my grandkids with an S. You do not look old enough to have grandkids, Latrice. While they mom work, it's hard, absolutely. And I'll say this: can't no one tell me what's best for my home. We just gotta do what's best. We just gotta do the best that we can. After all, it don't come with the handbook, and even if it did, the handbook might not be for us. Say that again, Latrice. Talk that talk. Look at them putting stuff together. We should start a group together. Do it, do it, do it,
Yeah,
do it.
absolutely.
Hey, Patricia. I'm always on YouTube, love. How you doing, Patricia? I stream Ssip and Chat every morning on YouTube, and I think I've been streaming my recaps on YouTube every day too. Most of my lives because Facebook audio been acting up, so I've been doing them from StreamYard most of the time. I would love to be on a panel for this topic. Tell my story because y'all is crazy. Come up, Michelle.
Go
Come
on.
tell your story. Nah, I needed this one. The tribe had my back yesterday, but this live is on time. I'm happy to hear that, Belle.
Hi,
I'm
Patricia.
sitting
Hi,
here.
everybody.
I'm sitting here in tears. When you're going through it as a parent, feel like you're the only one. So that's true. Come in so you don't talk about it, but it conversations like this that make you realize you are not alone. This is a great topic. Oh, Miss Antoinette, I wish I could give you a hug. I
Listen,
wish I could give
if
you
you're
a hug.
struggling with addiction, or if you're just struggling, or if you're someone who is a family member with someone, a lot of people have been through it. Don't be afraid to reach out. I will listen at any time I can. I'm not a very how do you say? I'm not a good conversationalist, but
I listen.
I will listen to you, and you can spill it out to me, even if you don't want to reply. Just get it off your
Mhm.
chest.
Yeah, my inbox is always open. I
Always.
might can't get back to you right away sometimes because sometimes my inbox be inboxing, but I will respond to you. And definitely could be a shoulder to vent on, and things like that. Good morning, Miss Jacqueline. What up, Silver Lining? I'm sitting here. Oh, I read that. Summer way up there in the comments. Don't do too much. TMJ says she feels stronger now. That's what's up. All I said was I love y'all. Skipped over my I love y'all. We love you too, Nay. Now speaking your story with Latrice Fawn. Ain't she? Ain't she?
Don't get me started.
Child.
I heard a doorbell.
Isn't he? I don't hear no
Good
doorbell.
morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Let me see, because I don't hear no doorbell.
Nate, get your stuff out of these comments.
What's up, Nisi?
How are you guys doing
Hey.
this
I'm
morning?
good.
I heard your little message talk about blink twice if y'all need help now. No, but on a serious note, like I'm very delicate and I'm very, soft with my kids because I know the unique traits that they carry, right?
Mhm.
But I do set those healthy boundaries with certain things, like what's appropriate for public, what's not appropriate for public. Because when you work in the field with the adults and you see like live action, how many things were never actually targeted and specifically worked on, and even like tapered down to the point where, because you're never not going to have those moments, right? You're going to have them, and it's normal to have those moments. But all at the same time, you're supposed to teach them, you're supposed to educate them of when is appropriate, when's not appropriate. How can we handle this more a more calm and strategic way instead of just flat out lashing out. And I do teach my children that only because although I may understand it because I'm their parent, other people outside of our household or our relationship are not going to be as understanding. So I do try to teach them because the thing is that they're not always going to get that same type of coddling that I'm going to give because I know what, I know the situation with them.
No, that's understandable. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I get it. I
But
do.
still.
I mean, and they don't, it's not like, oh, because you have unique abilities, that takes you away from, you know, facing any legal action if you do anything that you're
Oh
not supposed
yeah.
to do.
Mhm.
All the consequences of, normal day to day functioning society, they're still subject to.
Yep. Yep. It was a child. I don't know if y'all remember in the stories, but because they weren't aware, like you saying, everybody not aware of what's going on. Like you can't just look at a person and know. A child was autistic, and they were an adult, and they were like almost beat down by the police because they weren't following orders. But it wasn't that they didn't want to; it's because they didn't understand it was more going on. So I don't know if they could do something about that, but it needs to be some type of special training or something because I know a lot of people raise their children to be functional in the world and society to be able to go out and live a independent life. And it's like, dang, when you come across something like this, like how do we combat that? You know what I'm saying?
And that was one of the biggest like topics that we would have when I did work in the field is
Mhm.
how many, you know, first, attentive people as far as like law enforcement, people that, fire department, ambulance, how uneducated they really are when it comes to it. They're not as up to par on what IDD looks like, what autism looks like as they should be. So when they do come out, they're not thinking about any of that. 9 times out of 10, they probably don't care either. They're there
Mhm.
to do their job and they don't know how to, come back into that thought process like, okay, this is a person that needs a little bit more help. You guys wouldn't imagine the things that I've
Mhm.
seen between interactions between people with IDD and any type of law enforcement. It's never good, which is why a lot of times we were encouraged to like, if it was a situation that we could handle and calm on our own, they highly encouraged us to handle it and calm it on our own because getting law enforcement involved sometimes is just not the best choice.
Absolutely. I have a situation in my past where it was a young man. We were super close as children. And then as we grew up, we kind of went our own way, but we still like seen each other. We knew each other. And he ended up falling into an addiction. He ended up doing the same. Um, he ended up using his supply. Y'all know what I mean. And it ended up being his downfall. He had such a great future, and it caused him to just do weird stuff. Whatever, I forget what it was he was taking, but he would, like, if your car doors was unlocked, he would just get in your car and sit in there, and you couldn't get him out. Like, it would take you like hours to coax him out of your car. But this was due. He ended up having mental health issues due to his choice of narcotic that he was using. Um, and it ultimately ended his life with the cops because he went into someone's car. It actually was his grandmom's car, so it was fine for him being in there. But other people around didn't know, so they called the cops, and the cops were trying to get him to come out of the car. He had a walker, y'all. This man was in his, I don't even know if he was in his 30s yet. He might have been late 20s, early 30s. And the cops was trying to get him out the car, and he went to reach for the cop, and the cop took that as a threat, and they shot. He lost his life that day. Everybody was like, no, like, trying to tell the cops that he has mental health issues, but they weren't listening. They weren't listening. So
And that's terrible.
it's
That's
sad,
terrible.
man.
Sometimes, people don't realize, but some people who have unique abilities can simply just be triggered by the presence of anybody who's within
Yep.
uniform. The sirens, the lights, like all of those things can cause, it looks like to them as if this is the person who's acting out and needs to be detained, but in reality it's a person who literally cannot function based off of what you're presenting to them, or how you're directing your conversation with them, because sometimes it's little things that you don't even notice, that they don't notice, that can simply be triggers for people with unique abilities, but they don't see it
Hmm.
that way.
Yep. No, we can't see it from up here. But it looked like my good friend Cat with the C wrote something, but I can't see it. It looked like it was blocked. Can you? I could see it. It looked like crazy, like words overlapping each other and very light, but I can't make out what it is. I see something like we really passed through many challenges or something, but I can't make out what it's supposed to be. Let me refresh and come back. Maybe I'll see it. Hold on.
Wait, what? Where's cat with a C? Where's cat with a C at? I didn't see it. Hey everybody, good morning everybody, good morning, listen, good morning, House of Cheese. Almost afternoon, for me anyway. And if y'all see, certain comments that just disappeared and then a block, ignore it, please. Don't comment back on that. You look crazy. Um, sounds like he was. Those Joe said those things
Fine.
fry your brain cell. Huh? Oh, you're a robot.
Oh, can you hear me, my little
Yep.
robot?
No, you're good
I'm
now.
Kenya. If that was you, it looked like it said Kenya. If that was you, can you rewrite your comment? Because I couldn't read it. Hey, Maya.
I didn't see it. I don't even.
It
That's
was.
crazy.
I should have took a. Did I take a screenshot? I'm gonna show you. It looked real crazy. Oh, I didn't take a screenshot.
I just heard
Dang.
another doorbell. That must have been you. That's weird.
Yeah, that was me. I don't hear the doorbell.
Crazy. I ain't never heard it till now.
How he had such a good future. Oh, child, you must miss the whole part of me saying he had. Had is past tense. Life ain't easy. It's past tense, meaning that the choices he ended up making in life changed that, and that's why he's is a result of him no longer being here. Come on now, y'all. Y'all make these conversations hard because y'all be understanding, and y'all want to make it difficult. And life in ain't easy if that wasn't your point, because you might not really understand. But a lot of times people come into the comments and be trolling, so when I read stuff like this, a lot of times I automatically just be like, come on, like, all these people in here, everybody else got it but one person didn't get it. If you really don't get it, say in the comments, and I'll explain to you what I meant by he had, as in past tense, a good future,
So
and the choices he made affected him.
I wanted to share something with y'all.
Mhm.
And this is actually one of my biggest fears and phobias, and always has been, especially because I know that with my child's autism, elopement is a big thing for him. I've always been like, even if we go to like little parties or little functions, you know how typically people are like, just let the kids go play, let them, do their thing, and, let the adults mingle. I cannot be that parent because I know that any given moment, if my child is given too much space, he's going to take off, which is why I don't go out. Like, I'll go out, but I don't go out often because even simple things like going to the grocery store, he could elope if he's not, facilitated to the cart or in a stroller. Um, and people think that that's like, it's funny or it's a joke, but it's really not, because you couldn't just imagine standing there with your kid and you blink twice and they're halfway across the store already. Like, my kid is that fast.
Mm.
And the older they get, they actually get faster, to the point where I've had people, like other moms that I would take my kids to ABA with. Their kids would be a little bit older than mine, but they would tell me like it had gotten to the point where if they would run, they would have to call law enforcement, although they don't want to, because they know what could happen potentially if they're triggered by law enforcement. They wouldn't have a choice because they would be gone. Like, there's no way to stop them. And quite frankly, if you try to chase them, you're enticing the run. They're going to keep going because now they think you guys are, playing a game. Um, so, that is one of my biggest fears out of all of it. Like, nothing else scares me more than that. Being out in a public setting and my kid taking off and I can't get to him.
That's why so many people be using those things. I used to not.
I'm against it.
I used to
Summer, I
hate those
can't do
things.
it.
I hated those things so bad. But I get it. In your situation, you might need to get over you not liking it and get one. But I hate them too, Nietzsche. I used to be like, why y'all got them? Why you got that leash on there? I don't like it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
like
remember when those
mentally,
things
for
first
some
started coming
reason,
out.
people have shown me all different things. Like, okay, it doesn't necessarily have to be the leash, but even like the ones that like
Mhm.
cuff both of your wrists, I feel like
Mhm.
I'm overly securing my kid, and that makes me feel uncomfortable. So, like, I've thought about it quite a few times. Don't get me wrong, like maybe this needs to be implemented, but
Yes.
I cannot, like, mentally and physically, to me, it's wrong, and I just can't do it.
But you
You
got to think
know,
about it in a safety sense, because that could be a difference in you. I pray that your child never comes into harm's way where it's life and death, right? But it could potentially means life or death for your child if they are a runner. Because what if they run out into open traffic? You know,
Exactly.
cars can only stop with so much notice. You know what I'm
And
saying?
not
And
to
it's
include, these days, these people don't really pay attention behind the wheel.
nope
Like,
at
they
all.
they dang near hit,
A lot.
normal pedestrians every day just because they're not paying attention. So
Hmm.
yes, I completely understand what you say when you say that.
Yeah. Hey, Latrice, thanks for coming up.
Thank you. Good morning, Summer, Steph,
Morning.
Nisi, baby. Good morning, Queens.
good morning, good morning.
I can't
Good
believe you got
morning.
grandkids. She
Yes,
said, "Hey,
I got
grandbabies."
a,
She
Girl,
has a
I
big old family.
yes, I got a huge family. I don't know if you guys pay attention sometime on my page, but I am a mother of six of my own biological children. I have six children. My oldest daughter is 31. Okay. My youngest is just turned 18, but I have two adopted babies, which are my blood niece and nephews. I've had them for 8 years. I've adopted them. They're my babies now. So I have eight babies, five grandbabies, and I'm an on-site grandmom. So let me just say this to you guys. I'm gonna say something, and if anybody know me, I'm always going to be transparent. Life is life, and when you become a parent, you have to be a parent to what's best work for your home. Growing up, when I was a young parent, of course, my daughter's 31. I'm 47. I had her at 15. Don't recommend anybody to do that because it's hard. Take your time, wait. live your life, go to college, do the things you want to do before you become a mom, because it's definitely going to be hard. But with that being said, it was so hard. I had so many people tell me I wasn't going to be a good mom. They judged me off of my mom because I grew up in a home of drug use, well, substance use, sorry. And so, they always told me, oh, you're not going to amount to anything. You're going to be just like your mom. They down everything about me. And let me just say this, everybody that did that, they are doing the opposite of what I'm doing with my children. All of my children are just fine. They are good kids, good people in society. They're not perfect, but they are absolutely fine. So being a parent is, you're going to have some hard times. It don't come with a manual. Like I said when I commented, when you're a parent, it don't come with a manual where you give us a book to say, hey, this is what you're going to do today. Oh, when this happened, this is what you're going to do. That don't work. Everybody going to have to raise your kids according to your household. Some things we bring from how our parents raised us, and some things we learn. Every single day I'm still learning how to be a parent, let me tell you. So anybody that's out here downing yourself, making yourself feel you're a bad parent, you're the worst parent, and you didn't do this right, you didn't do that right, it's going to be more things you may not do right. But the whole gag of it is, you want to make sure you learn. Don't make the same mistake twice. Learn from it. Each one of our children is going to be different. Every kid I got is different. I have to handle each one of my kids with a different type of attention, a different type of everything, because I can't handle one the same. So just keep y'all head up, keep other people out y'all business, because a person that don't have kids can't tell me nothing about kids. You know what I mean? They make her tell me some things, but if you ain't really walked that walk and walked in those shoes, trust me, it's like, just do you, be you, stay who you are, raise your children the best of your ability. And my thing was, I always wanted to raise my children better than who I was, better than what I went through, better than what the world offered me. So I tried to get them all those tools and skills that they needed to say, hey, this is what. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. Growing up in a home of what I growed up in, and I lost my mom at 17, lost my sister at 17, lost my dad. The streets raised me for a long time. I think I'm the only one up here. Is it just okay?
No,
No,
Hello.
we're
you
all
still
here.
we
Yeah, yeah.
still here.
Oh my
We
goodness. Okay.
listening.
Okay. So, but the streets raised me, guys, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys about that. I was not always the person I am today. That's this way. I was also in the streets, and I wasn't a good person for as like just at home. This is before I had kids. So at the end of the day, I just feel like we have to just do the best we can as parents. Do better for our children, show them better than what was showed to us. Take some of them old school sayings and old school village raising our children, bring some of that back to the 2024, because we need it. It's a lot of parents that don't want nobody to say nothing to their kids, or you don't want your sister to say something to the niece, or you don't want the grandmother to step in and say nothing. We need every hand on deck to help raise these children, because at the end of the day, if they come in with a good heart and they come in from a right place, I'm the type with my daughters, they work, but I don't want my grandkids in daycare. I pray they come right here with me, and we're gonna all do this together. We're gonna switch our schedules around. We're gonna do this as a team, because why, we need it. Even though my daughter is working and she has her fiance or whatever, she still can have me to help her. So, not to drag this on, but I just wanted to come on here and first of all, thank you for letting me come, because it's a lot of topics that I be seeing, and I'm like, this one right here, oh no, this resonates with me, because everybody doubt me. Everybody said, Latrice, girl, you ain't gonna be a good parent. You're gonna be just like your mom. And let me tell you something, I think I did a damn good job with my children, and I'm still doing a good job with my children. So,
Say that. Say that. I'm happy you
so
Yep.
came up with a tree.
yeah,
Say
Me
that.
too. Me
yes,
Because I was
too.
listening to what she said, and something
Yeah.
that stood out and that was profound to me was raise your kids. Do the best to your
that's
ability.
it.
Right.
Your capital letters, exclamation, exclamation,
Yeah.
exclamation.
Yeah.
That's going to be a highlight, baby.
Right.
Do
Because
it to the best of your
think about this.
ability.
What you just said,
Hey,
because
friend.
it's like what works for my house may not work for summer house. What works for
Period.
summer house may not work for Steph house. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna say this, and I'm gonna jump down for anybody that's listening. If you guys are a parent, stop stop tearing yourself up thinking that you're doing everything wrong, because you're gonna make more mistakes, right? Learn from it. We are not perfect as parents. Our children are not perfect, but long as we have an open door policy with our kids, listen and stop trying to raise your house from how the girl up the street raising hers. Do
Mm.
your house back by your own house, y'all. Okay, and I promise y'all, if y'all do it that way, y'all will win, because we cannot
Period.
off somebody else how they raising their kids. Our kids are different.
Say
So
that again.
I wish
No,
the best for everybody, you guys. I'm gonna jump down. Thank you, Summer, and thank you,
no, thank
Steph.
you for
Yeah,
coming.
thanks for coming up.
Absolutely. Thank you,
That
guys.
was
Y'all have a good day.
you too.
That was a
That was
good chat.
speaking your story with Latrice on Facebook, baby. She
Thank
dropped
you.
them coins, them gems. Okay, y'all better have gathered them gems up. She said you're gonna make mistakes. She said, but make sure you learn from your mistakes. Don't repeat them. But mistakes gonna happen. Ooh. Thank you for coming up. I think we're gonna end it here. I don't think no more needs to be added. I think she came up and did her big one. And we're gonna end the
Absolutely.
live on that note. We gave y'all an extra 20 minutes. Look at us. But we need to do our affirmations right quick. We need to do our affirmations right
Yep.
quick. All right, Kurt Gusto, I removed your comment, not because I don't want you to receive help, but unfortunately, there are a lot of people that scam on the internet. So if you really, really are in need, you can inbox me, and if you're willing to answer some questions to confirm your need, then I will be more than happy to allow you to promote or post on your, not promote, but seek assistance on your behalf. But I gotta protect my folks. We already had a situation where somebody was scamming. But if you guys can stand in front of a mirror at this time, I ask that you do so. Do you have affirmation stuff, or you want me to do it? I want you to stand in front of a mirror if you can. If you can't stand in front of a mirror, please take a seat somewhere comfortable, because I'm going to ask you to close your eyes, and we're going to do our breathing techniques. If you are driving, please don't close your eyes. Please pay attention to the road. Safety is first. And we're going to start with, we're going, oh, those messages is distracting me. We're going to inhale through our nose, deep breaths, exhale through your mouth. Pay attention to your breathing. It will help you focus and distract yourself from whatever you have going on around you and from those thoughts that you might have floating around. Hopefully, you don't have any thoughts, because this was just a real good dialogue that should have kept your attention. Okay? So we're going to inhale, exhale. Again, one more time. Now, I want you to repeat after me. And I don't want you to just repeat the words. I want you to actually take them in. Take them in and hold on to them. I want you to say, I am doing my best. I trust my own judgment. My thoughts and my feelings are valid. I know that problems are temporary. I believe in myself. How I feel matters. We're going to say that one again, because a lot of people think that how you feel don't matter, when that's the most important thing. How I feel matters. I have positive and supportive relationships. I I am building my future, because I am the one who chooses the path for my future. And we're going to end on that note. I hope that you guys enjoyed this morning's panel, because I enjoyed you guys. I truly enjoyed this dialogue this morning. Um, I love all you guys. If nobody has told you, I love you. If nobody has told you, I want you to know that you are worth it. And I want you to know that we need you. And I hope that you guys will tune in tomorrow for our Ssip and Chat. We are here each and every Monday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We also, y'all know, if y'all want the tea, come check me out for my ride along, which isn't my ride along since school is out, but I normally go live around 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My times have been a little bit wonky because I don't have an actual schedule since school is out. So y'all might just have to sign up for text notifications if you have not, so that you can know when I'm going to go live to go spill the tea. The combo four might be popping on very soon, you guys. Also, if y'all want some tea, y'all looking for something a little bit more spicy in your cup this morning, look out for the combo to go live. I will send out a text alert confirming that. And we'll talk to you guys later. I love y'all.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. You're welcome, Miss Antoinette.